Hello, I'm Czardus. Grab some coffee, sit back, and chill as we build an Anno 117 Pax Romana. Today, the embargo is released, and I can give you some content on this. If you want to see more content on Anno 117, be sure to watch this whole video to get my engagement up on that, and then also hit the like button and go down and comment and stuff like that. I know you're out there. You guys want to see this, and I know it. But today, we do have some limits on what I can show you. We're going to do the campaign. We're going to focus on part 1 of the campaign. We're going to go ahead and get started on that. Let's see. I don't think this really matters. I'll play as Marcia. Yeah, I might as well. And we're not going to do co-op. We're going to just go ahead and set sail and load this up. All right, and it is loaded. We're ready to go here. Okay, so I was going to show you the cutscene, but then it was going on and on and on. And so I decided we're going to cut that. So it was like a 3-minute thing. The gist of it is that the Marcia has gotten married. She was married to somebody who's way older than her, Titanius or something like that. And he has fallen ill, supposedly, and he shipped her off to here to build this town. And that's where we are. So now, if you have seen some of my other content, you have seen part of this terrain before, I believe. And the graphics are really great. By the way, you can pause and you can move around and you can look at stuff and you can click on things. And it is beautiful. The best addition to Anno ever, I believe, in my opinion. But anyway, we're going to come in here. I'm going to set the current time to daytime so that we can see and just kind of set this. Very nice. Yep, right up there to noon-ish, sure. And it has the really cool day-night effect, but we will just keep it at that time. Now, what we're going to do right away is we're going to get a road, and I like to have the road in front of the dock there. We're going to use the dock as our warehouse, and we'll come along here. And then we need to, of course, get residences and other things. We'll start with the residences and we'll put them about here. I like to do about 6 together, and then that makes a nice little block here. And we'll get that in here like that, and we can go ahead and unpause. Timber, yes, we need to get some timber construction here, and we'll go ahead and tools. No, that's not what I want. I want timber. Here we go. Woodcutter. Let's see. Where are we going to put the woodcutter? That is going to need to be close enough to the sawmill. And the sawmill is going to need to be close enough to this. I think what we'll do is we'll just bring a road right out this way. 238 to build that. Probably because of that path there on the beach. So instead, we'll bring this up here. Yeah, that might be a tiny bit cheaper. And like I said, build that up into there, and then we can come in here. We'll get a a woodcutter in here, and we'll get 1 sawmill. This road did not connect. Let's try that again. There we go. We'll get 1 sawmill in here, right about there. That should get all of that going. We'll speed things up. Okay, so it wants us to build these residences. I did just change my key settings so that we can I can control the speed a little bit easier. Just a preference of mine. And we're going to build another block of these, and then that should get us our 10. Very good. And now we need some people and we need food. I have the tutorial on, but I have it set to... Yes, I know. I have this set to have... Okay, oh, come on. Yes, okay. Sardines are new foods and porridge. Very good. I have it set to have just updates or like changes. New features are supposed to be the only things coming in on the stuff here. We can do an oat farm. Okay, so sardines go right in. They're going to go right into there. And we're going to get an oat farm. It's another thing that needs to be near the warehouse. We'll put our first oat farm over here. And I'm just going to try to get oh, that's 80 already. Perfect. And then we'll put porridge stand. That probably we want to have over here. Okay, so now we're going to let a little bit of time go by so that we can hopefully get all of this done. Okay, so they're fed now, and we want to get more people, but I also want to come in here right away, and we're going to set our trade options here. We're going to come in, and I want all goods are going to have trade. Sell all goods when we are above, let's say, 50 in the warehouse. So we're going to keep 50 goods, and anything above that will be sold to anybody who comes by. Now, okay, dinner with the Emperor. Yes, okay. So this is not the Emperor. He's somebody who works for us. Okay, so now we have an invitation to the Emperor. Let's take some sardines. Okay, and then we're going to await the Imperial Barge, and we want to get some more people in here. Let's see, they are coming in. We need some of these other things. They can't, yeah, we need 20 people before we can get that built. I'm trying to see, though, can we fit more in here? I'm going to turn down my speakers. And let's see here. I think we're going to need to build more homes. It's just going to be the way that we do this right now. Go ahead and build 2 more blocks of them here. Ran out of wood there to do that, but that's all right. There we go. We'll get wood pretty quickly. Or we should. And how much do we need for this? We need 1. Okay, and there we've got it. Go ahead and build this. There, we've got all of our homes. We should just have people come and move in, and then that should be that. Okay, so now we've unlocked what we've got here. Okay, what do you want? You're showing me this again. We've got the market, which will improve. Yeah, okay, I'm done talking to you. Will improve the trade and barter attributes, and then the tavern. Sure, okay. We'll get a public market in. What do we need to build that, though? 5 wood. Okay. I want to put that there, and then we'll get the public house queued up for over here, too. And actually, how wide are those? We're going to come back in here, and I think I want to move these. So we're actually going to click relocate, and then I want to rotate these. If I can remember how to do that. Okay, so we're going to get this here, and then we're going to rotate this one too. Because that should allow us to keep our existing blocks in there. Now, the Imperial Barge is here. By the way, this is really cool. I saw it on the cutscene. It has a swimming pool on it. It's like a ancient Roman cruise ship, which is just like really cool. So we're going to click on it and see what they want. Yes, it says board. Sure, yes. Oh, cutscene. Okay, and I guess we're getting some role-playing here, too. So I want to ask after my hosts. Sure. Okay, so we were given a thing. Oh, look, and this is where my husband is staying. I kind of think that the husband doesn't exist. I think that's what is happening here, but we'll see. And we didn't really learn anything other than the governor is very much into Marcia, and wanting her to be the new emperor and stuff like that. But they did give us a ship, so that's good. Yes. And we also, come on, stop talking. We also learned that the ruins on this island over here, there used to be a town that apparently there was a volcano somewhere around here on this island that erupted and buried them, kind of like Pompeii, I guess. Yes, okay, I see that. I understand. But anyway, so yeah, we've got a ship now, so we can do some exploration. And we've unlocked, what did we unlock? Tunips and Pilius. Very good. So then this is going to require growing hemp, I believe. Yep, hemp. And do we have hemp here? We do not have hemp on this island. So, although, do we require that? I think we probably do. Where's our ship? Here it is. What is this? That's a quest target. Okay. Oh, we got a reward of timber. I guess that's helpful. Now, I want this to explore a bit. We're going to send it back out really quick. And in the meantime, we've got a quest target. Oh, I think we probably have to bring that back. Come back. It's the only problem with campaign mode is that you are kind of limited to what the campaign is telling you to do, which isn't terrible, but, you know, it is what it is. And it can be interesting. It's a good way to explore games and stuff like that. We're going to come in here, and I think we're done with that quest, right? Select Sick Wing to... Okay, let's come back over here. Sick Wing. Okay, unpause. Okay, so I guess we can't go in there even. I really think they're hiding something. But that's all right. Now, our flagship can go out. We're going to send it out that way and see if we can find an island that perhaps has hemp. Because it seems that we can't grow hemp. We can do sheep. And we can get this. So we should be able to do the farm or the... well, we should be able to do this just fine. We're going to put the sheep farm here and just extend the pastures out like that. And then we'll get the artisanal studio. We'll actually put it over here. And I want it to be this direction. That'll be planned. We need... What do we need to build that? Just 2 wood. Okay, so that should go pretty quick. There, we've got it. That can get built, and we can start to provide that. Here is a new island. What do we have here? We have flats. Yes, okay. What about over that way? Let's see. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and build... We've got river slots and mountain slots out in the water. I kind of want to build the hemp farm anyway, because I'm feeling like it must be built in. Where's our ship? Because that island doesn't have it. This island does not have it. Sandarak, I wonder what that is. Come over closer to home for a little bit. In the meantime, how are we doing on our quest? Yeah, we need fashion, which is going to be part of that. That will provide the fashion, though. So we might not even need to build the tunics. In the meantime, I kind of like the idea of having... You can see this old road here. We're going to bring this over here. And I know I'm spending money that we don't really need to spend, but I like having the old road there. We'll get this market now, too. And this island also does not have a clear indication that it has hemp. There's a tiny island here that probably is uninhabitable. Yeah, okay. So in the meantime, we are almost at that 100%. Beautiful. Now we need to get plebeians. Okay, so now, interestingly, we found another person here, or like another character in the game. And then we also appear to have found another little bit of an island here, but this is not inhabitable. We might have one more island over in here. Let's see. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's back the way we came. Yeah, there might be an island back in here. Can't quite tell, but we'll see. And in the meantime, we will continue in here. So this is an optional quest. The ruins of Ambosia. It wants us to return them, or remove them. Return them. I don't know where that word came from. But anyway, we're going to come back over here, and we'll go ahead and... I don't want the ships. I want to come into construction here, build. And I think what we'll do, I suppose we could go ahead and upgrade. We do need more income. Have we been able to get any trade going? Production. I don't want production. I want to see trade. Sort by profit. Mackerel. Are we trading this? It is not showing me. But, okay, we'll just go ahead. We'll follow the what we've got here. So what do we need for this? Need all categories fulfilled. We need a little bit more luxury. So we will go ahead and try and do the hemp. Now that might require... Okay, another island has been discovered. Where? Over here. Okay. What have we got here? No hemp. See, yeah, I don't think the hemp is a thing. We're going to come over here and we'll go ahead and build a hemp farm in here. And I kind of want to fit it over here, but I don't know how much are we going to need for... Oh, only 60. Okay, so I think we can fit that in here just fine. That's going to cut into the forest, but not too bad. Get that like that, and then we can come in here and we'll get the spinner over there as well. So all of that should be functional, and that will get that luxury up as well. Okay, and we're at the point where we can go ahead and upgrade, get some plebeians in here. They should pay more in taxes. Yeah, look at that. Now we're getting more money and we can build more things. So income went way up with that, and we have a positive balance. Now, let's see, what can we do here? We've unlocked bread and garum. Very good. Oh, Julia's birthday. Great. So exciting. Yes, yes. I need something to click on here. There we go. Okay. So we need to grow wheat. So I'm guessing wheat, oat, and hemp can be grown anywhere. Yes, okay. We're going to bring a road this way. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so much happening there. We're going to go ahead and get... I want to put this over here. A wheat farm here. What do we need for that? We need a tile. We can't build that yet then. Okay. How about construction materials? Here, down here, we can get a clay pit. We're going to put that in a river slot. Go ahead and put it in this one. And unfortunately, that means that we are going to need to build a warehouse. And I think we'll go ahead and put a warehouse right here. Oh, look at that. It like fits beautifully there. Yeah. Get the road right around that. So that'll get that. How many workers do we need for that? For the plebeians, we need 3, I believe. Yeah, 3 workers. We have 5 more. And to make the tiler, we are going to need 4. Okay, so that's going to work out fine. Nobody wants to work or live by it. So we're going to put it over here by the farms. And it has a chance of fire. So actually, maybe we'll put it... It needs to be close to... See, if it has a negative effect. So we don't want it close to the homes. Yeah, I think we put it over here. And we're probably going to need a fire thing. Sanctuary, Grammaticus, Villa set. Okay, we could build the villa. I don't want that, though. Military buildings, warehouse. Okay, so we can't build a fire station yet, it would seem. But this should get us tiles so that we can start to produce other things. Now, I'm going to bring this road, can continue like that, and we'll bring this one out that way too. Just to make things be a little bit smoother here. We're getting more clay over there. The clay should automatically be delivered. All the warehouses will be connected. Clay is there, and then it'll get delivered over here to the tiler, and that should get the tiles going. So one other thing we need is charcoal, and charcoal, I think we'll get that over here. Go ahead and put that there, and then we're going to... Yeah, we have a shortage of workers, which is fine. We can work with that. You see what I did there? Okay, that can come over there. What is this? That's our flagship. Okay, and we need to get more plebeians. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade more here. We'll get both of these blocks fully upgraded. And, okay, yes. Okay, so yeah, the husband is ill. We know. I get it. That's fine. Okay, this farm can be built now. Let's come in here and we're going to go ahead and get wheat back in here. And I'm just trying to squeeze it as tight as I can around this little forest. And we're going to try to protect the trees there. But then we can also bring one more row here. We'll get a little bit more here too. Yeah, because we've got a different, I think that's the hemp farm there. There. And that should get that operating. And then what else do we need? The grain mill, which requires a river slot. And that's going to be a problem because we need to be close to the warehouse. If we build a road across here, we're running a deficit again, by the way. If we get a road across here, we might be close enough. Yeah, I think we will be. I think this will be fine. If we bring this in here, yep, that's going to reach the warehouse. So that'll get that, and then we can get the bakery, which I think is probably going to have fire safety impact, yeah. But this one we want to have close to town. So we'll put that there. We want to bring this road out. Very good. And that is going to need charcoal as well, which we are building. We are generating that. Charcoal now we are getting out there. Forest area. Not enough cultivation available. It's not perfect, but I don't think we can build more of that. Yeah, I don't think we can cultivate more. Ornaments, typically we can't in Anno, so I'm going to assume that we can't here either. But we can come in, and what else do they want? They want garum. That's going to require mackerel. Do we have mackerel here? We do. So we'll get that here. Actually, we'll put it next to the other one. We're kind of trying to get fishing over on this side of the dock area. Maybe we'll get like military over on the other side or something. Oh, and salt ponds. We need that too. Go ahead and put that there, and then this can come in, be connected as well. Okay. And then the garum works. That requires tile to make and more plebeians. All right, let's upgrade a few more here. And that is going to get us more people and more stuff. Okay, and then this, it doesn't fit in there. It does fit in that spot. But I think what we'll do is we'll put it here. And then we'll get a road around that block too. So that should get them a lot of what they require. They need the household goods. Actually, those are things we're not going to be able to produce. Those are all things that we don't have yet. The food and the bread and the garum. So at some point, we're going to unlock more things here. And there it is. We have military things that we can build. If we come back in here, we can go to military buildings. We can get a barracks, and we can build palisades as well, which I suspect we might need to do some of that. Go ahead and put, what we'll do, I really want the palisades just around the core town. Go ahead and have a gate. Let's see, how big is the archer tower? 4, or 2 by 2. That requires 3 weapons though. Weapon production chain. We need iron. Furnace. Okay. So we'll get the, oh no, the gate requires weapons too. Well, that's a bummer. Okay. Harbor buildings are locked still. We have a couple of things unlocked for plebeians. Sanctuary, which will increase belief and happiness, and Grammaticus, which will increase knowledge. Okay, they both require tiles. Let's come back in here. What is this? Charcoal burner. Yeah, that's fine. I want to know how many plebeians do we need 5 plebeians to get the iron mine going, and then 3 more for the furnace, and 5 for the weaponsmith. That's 18 in total. That's not bad. So we could get this going. We're going to need another warehouse as well. And these are going to have to go like in the mountain slopes. None of them are close enough to where... Okay, so we're going to need a warehouse for that. And a warehouse will cost... What is the maintenance cost? SIPs. That's not too bad. I think we could do this. Okay, what is this another... Could now be the time? No, it's not. Obviously. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and come back into military. And we're going to use this one. Build that up there. And then we're going to bring a road in front of it and down to there. Then we'll go ahead and get the warehouse out here. And we'll come in and we'll get the furnace, which again is going to be fire safety. Put the furnace over here because my plan is to try to keep some of these fire safety buildings together. It's going to have a negative effect too. So this is becoming like an industrial area here. And the weaponsmith will have to be over here too. Oh, the weaponsmith actually should be in town. We'll go ahead and put that here. So in the lingo of like city skylines, because that is the game that I play the most, these are like charcoal or other things. Oh man, I built that too close, didn't I? Okay, if we relocate that, will that give me my indicator? Oh, that's not too close actually. That'll be fine. Although I think I'll put it over here instead. Put it like down here. Because we can just build a road here and that'll be connected to the warehouse just fine. Yep. Okay, so then, and we are short on plebeians again. Let's go ahead and we're going to get more houses. I think we'll go ahead and put them over here. Get 2 more blocks built. Build them there. That does not quite make it around, but that's okay. And then we're going to upgrade a few more, maybe around here. Promotion not possible there. Okay. Well, I'd like to soon. There we go. That should get us the plebeians. Hey, look at that. We're now a minor city. Very good. Fire safety is terrible. So we are definitely gonna need to have fire thing soon here. City watch, very good. That's going to be a +2 to fire safety, and that's it. Okay. We'll put this here, and we'll get another one over here, because that's pretty much where we have our fire issues, I believe. Can we do like an overview and see that? Overviews. Land troops, ships, province map, change province. That's all for the mini map. See, I want to see fire safety. No, not like that. I want to see... Yeah, okay, pause. I want the overlay. There's got to be a way to do an overlay. Well, I can't find an overlay, so we're just going to have to guess here. We've got the one building that will have a plus to fire safety. Well, yeah, I mean, look at this. A lot... come on. I want to leave that open so we can kind of zoom in a little bit. Or, like, I can show you some of it. But we'll just have... We'll go ahead and come in here. We want building, city watch. We'll get this over here. That'll be fine. That should help a lot. Fire safety is a little bit better, I guess. Yeah. That's +2 affects all buildings. So maybe it's +2 for every building in its area. Not quite sure exactly how that works. Yeah, this one +2, and then it's showing like all the ones in the area that are impacted. So that's good to know. Now, charcoal, we're getting more charcoal, and we were working on military. So we want to get a weaponsmith, which I built. Are we getting weapons then? We are. We have 23 in storage. Very good. So now we can come in here, and we can get our archer towers here. 1, and then the other one... Oh, overlapping radius. Okay, so we only get 1 in there. We're going to get that there, and then we'll come over here and bring this like that to start. It's all the wood we have for now. So we'll let that run. And we have a shortage of workers again. So we're going to come in and I think we'll just go ahead and build houses in here. I have a shortage of wood because I've been out trying to build up our palisade. But in general, we just want to keep expanding. I'm trying to decide. I think the palisade, we'll go ahead and start to plan it. This is going to come along here. And I think what we'll do is just like that. That should be a nice design there. And then we'll bring the palisade to the water there. And on this side, we'll go a similar path. I think we'll probably get another gate over here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll just bring it right along here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Although, no, you know what? We're going to give a little bit more space so I can get another archer tower in there. So we're going to come in and relocate and bring that to this way. Actually, that is going to be to there probably. And this can just come in like that. And then we can go ahead and queue these up. I want a tower at every gate. And I don't know, it feels like a realistic way for us to do this. It'll probably take a little while to build that, but that will give us a nice start of a nice solid town. And I think what I want to do then is also, I wonder, will my villa, if I put a villa here, will it fit on this little island? It will. Look at that. Which way do I want it? I want it this way if it'll fit, but it won't. Bummer, it just barely doesn't fit on the island. Okay, so then we'll put it this way, right there. And we'll have this road go this way. Where can I get a bridge here? Can I get a bridge? Material missing. I know I can get one there, but it seems like maybe I'm not going to be able to get one here. Ah, bummer. The map is not working with... Ah, there we go. See, I wanted the bridge to be inside the wall. Yeah. So anybody wanting to come and attack would have to come through the town and get through the palisade. That is the plan. Now, we need to build these so that we get the people moving in and we don't have the worker shortage, because the worker shortage is really going to impact us a bit. And even with all those built, we still have a little bit of a shortage. So we're going to go ahead and expand. I think we'll start to get some regular homes outside the city walls. And the reason for that, actually, I don't like the way that got built there. We're going to come back and demolish those roads. And actually this one too. I want a road along the outside here. Right along the outside of the palisade there should work. Anyway, I want the workers, or what are they called? Libertas workforce. Yeah, I want them to be outside of town, and we'll get the like fancier homes on the inside. But, you know, that's just the way things go, right? So wood is our biggest bottleneck right now. And what I think I want to do is come over here and get another woodcutter over here, because we've got the warehouse there, so we can connect to a warehouse pretty well. We'll get the woodcutter built there, and then we can bring the road out this way. Make sure we don't cut into their stuff too much. There we go. And then we can get the sawmill over here. And that should get our wood production a little bit faster. Now, one thing I like about campaign mode, and I was just thinking about this, is that Anno is essentially a city builder meets a real-time strategy game. And so you have competitors in the sandbox mode. And here, I can just come in here and just not build these things, and it won't progress to stuff. So we can, in the meantime, build to our heart's content of what the city should look like and stuff like that. And it's just a nice way of doing this, I think. and it's just going to let us get that palisade built without having to worry about other things in the meantime. Now, we are short on workers again, so I guess we'll go ahead and get more housing in here. Go ahead and build a block there. And now I'm starting to feel like this angled road, we're going to take it out, because now it doesn't make sense to keep it there except for out there. And maybe we end up with a different thing. I think that originally it made sense to have it because that was the historic road, and we could do that, and then we can take this out and we can bring the road across there too. Yeah, and that can just kind of feel a little bit historic. We've got the angled road coming in. I think that'll work. We've got a good supply of workers now. Just going to keep going on this. And we're low on workers again, so we're going to come in and get another block in here. You know what? I kind of want to keep the road in like that. Now, I wonder how that will really impact some of our housing and stuff like that. I clicked in the wrong spot there. We're going to get housing along here. Get as many as we can in these gaps. Yeah, I think that'll be the right choice. It's going to be not quite as efficient, but I feel like it's going to have a more realistic feel to it. And that's, my style. If you have watched my stuff, you know that I like to do things that way. I'll come in here, and what more do we need? 13, and then we can start building. We've got one more gate too, I guess. The downside to building these watchtowers is that they do require workers. They take 12 workforce. So that's kind of where some of our workers have been going. And I got thinking that we're going to do a little bit of redevelopment in a little bit when we get more, when I build the other things for the plebeians. But in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and get some more houses outside of town. And I think just kind of bringing them along here will be good. Just along this road coming out of town. They're going to be a little bit farther away from the market. And so they won't get some of the public service provided, but maybe we can get a tavern out there or something at some point. So that is just kind of where we're at. And we have our first fire, but I think we have fire. Yeah, we've got fire safety over here. They should put it out. Hopefully they will. But yeah, it is a little bit of a... oh, man, there's another fire over here. Shoot. The clay pit. Okay, well, guys, hurry up and put the fire out if you can. If you don't mind. In the meantime, we do need more houses, and I think we're going to have to get a pub out here sooner than later, because the pub will allow them to be able to have... instead of 3, they should be able to get up to 5 then, because right now they have no supply of the tavern or the market. So I think we'll go ahead and bring them in here, and we'll get a market out here. We might have to remove that old, that ruin, but I think what we'll do is we'll get a market there and a tavern here too. We'll put the tavern here. And that will get that going a bit better. Then we can come in here and we can get these remaining things built. Although I want to come back in here, and we're going to do military. I want another set of these here guarding my villa. Overlapping radius. Okay, so we can't have that one there. We can put one here perhaps. Nope, still overlapping. Can't get it over here. Okay, so we'll just have the one there. Oh, look, city status increased. Major Colonia. That's so exciting. And this got built instantly because we had the resources for it. Now, this can be removed by taking 20 workers, but again, I want to keep it there. This has not even been built yet. We need the wood for it. But I want to get the palisades done first, and then we'll go and get that done too. And we're going to need a little bit more workers. We're going to go right on and add them here. And of course, it's going to take a little bit of time to get the wood, even just for that. Like this whole project of getting the palisade up has taken a lot of time and wood to really get it done. But I do like, oh, look, we had 2 homes get burned down completely. Automatic repair, we can just do instant repair. That was all that got burned down, right? The clay pit is fine. The market is fine. All of that should be good to go. And then we'll just go ahead and come in here and get these built now that we've got the wood. And that should give us the workforce that I think we can get this last archer tower built, and then we can move on to the villa. Okay, here we are. We can build our governor's villa. Okay, so now we've got that all done. We can do city watch of a police, essentially. But what we're going to do now is we are going to get the plebeians what they want. So they want a sanctuary and of school, essentially. And I want the sanctuary to kind of be a central focus of the town. And so I think I want to put it here, which means we're going to have to move this garum works. We can relocate that, no problem. That shouldn't impact too much. Yeah, it'll have a positive benefit on a lot of other like parts of the town. But we'll go ahead and we'll turn it, actually. And we'll put it here. And then we need to relocate this, which is the market. And I'm a little bit more concerned about relocating the market, because that needs to have an effect on everybody. And right now, it has an effect on almost everybody. I suppose what we could do is we could get 2 markets in town. This does not quite fit here. What we're going to do is we're going to move this road. Let's bring this up here, and then bring a road along like that. And then we can take this out here. And we can relocate this market up to here, and this would be the north market, where I guess I don't know if it's north or south, but it'll be the market that goes there. And then we need to get a new market, because the plebeians still need access to the market, right? Yes, otherwise they will be very mad. So we'll come in and get a market and put that over here. What do we have here? This is just a studio. That is not what I wanted. Relocate. We'll put that here. And then this one, I think, is the bakery. But for now, let's get the market over in here. And this will be kind of like the south market. Although I want this over 1. Because then we should be able to bring a road back here. No, we'll not have a road back there. We might put decorations or something back there. But now we can come in here and we can take this road out. And we should be able to fit our temple here. Yeah, we'll build that there. That will be central. And then what is this? The tavern. So that's another important one. We'll get a tavern over here. They're already covered. How far does this tavern go? It doesn't go too far. So what I think I might do... Can we move this in? We can, and it'll still cover part of it. And then we'll move this one over here. Maybe just out of town. Yeah, you know what? These don't have to be inside the gates. And then we can bring a road in front of the market here, or in front of the temple. We'll make it a little bit wider, too. Okay, and it's a quest target. Okay, so that was just a tiny cutscene that played. That's all. And then the school, I think we'll put this here. So we need to relocate this fire safety. We'll move it over here, and then we need to relocate this, which, what is this building? The weaponsmith. Yeah, we definitely can move that away from downtown. Get that over here instead. And then we should be able to fit the school in here nicely. We got a house to relocate here. Put that over here. And now we can fit this in here. And I want it to face the sanctuary. There we go. Civic research is now available. That can have another plaza around it. Military research is now available. And in fact, can we get like all of this? Yeah, just like a nice big plaza here. Come on, I want that road to fill in there. There we go. That looks cool. I like that, and that will get the plebeians to be pretty happy with a lot of their services. And then they need a little bit more luxury. That should make it so that we unlock these, because we should get more plebeians moving in as things are provided to them. Now, these houses, I'm wondering if we'll want to relocate them as well as time goes on. Like, for now, let's go ahead and move this one over here. And I wonder if we can fit the weaponsmith. Nope. What is this one? Garum Works. This is the bakery. Can we get the bakery out of the way too? Yeah, the bakery could go there. And they get their food. I think they're getting that from the market. So I don't think they have to be super close. I don't know what it adds to, but I think that should be fine. We do have space then that we can fit another like public building in here. And then let's go ahead and get more workforce out over here too. So that'll get more people moving in. What do you want to tell me? A patron god. Okay. So let's start by looking at research. We can come in here to research, and we can research economic, civic, or military. Economic would give us trading post improvements, depots, which would allow us to increase maximum storage, which would be really useful. Warehouse organization, upgrade them to have more ramps or paved roads, which would allow things to move faster and extend the reach, but we need concrete, so we can't do that one yet. Civic, we could do... Can we scroll? It won't let me scroll. Okay. We could do quarter mastery, which would make the flagship go faster. I think we have to get that before we can get these other things. Wells, which, that would improve fire safety. That would be very good. And volunteer vigilance, which would also help with fire. Market for, there we go. You can zoom out. And, there we go. Right click to move around. What else do we have over here? We've got sewing circles, which will increase knowledge effect. Okay. What I want to do, I think I want to work on this one, the effect range of the markets. We'll go ahead and get that queued up. So that will take time. And then, let's see, we've got a patron god now. So we have a couple choices we can do. We could do Ceres or Neptune. Those are the only two we could choose right now. The others have to be researched. Okay. Neptune or Mars. Okay. Mars is obviously the god of war. It increases the production of the weapons and charcoal. Neptune is the lord of waves, and that would increase fish. We have one of those production chains here. I think this is going to be our best choice because we have two of these production chains going already. That'll give us the biggest impact for now. So that we will set that to our patron for now. Global. At some point we can get other things too, I guess. All right. So now Lucius wants my help. They don't have garum, so I'm guessing this is a little tutorial on trade, which we know how to do, but we can do it anyway. It wants me to build more stuff and start building more garum. Okay, we can do that. I'm fine with that. Let's see. That is under the Liberty, though, isn't it? No, it is plebeian garum. So we need... How many mackerel things do we need? One more. Do I want it here, or do I have another beach? Well, if I do another beach for fishing, which I think we probably should do, we're going to need another warehouse then. Okay, we're going to come over here. So first of all, Before I get to that, I want to see how much fish do I have already. That is not showing me. Let's go to the warehouse. We want mackerel. How many do we have of those? We have 41, so we could get more. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll get another one out here. And we might need more salt, too. How are we doing on salt? 75 salt. We're not going to need that. So this will need... Where's the garum works? Yeah, garum works. That's here. It needs 1 salt and 1 mackerel. And the salt gets produced twice as fast. Excellent. New island milestone reached. We can have a festival. Yes, I do support that. Pay for the festival, 2,000. Let's provide the resources. Okay, so we're going to get the road over here. Let's bring this road. Well, actually, I want to have it be around the forest, so we're not getting rid of the forest. And then we need a warehouse down here. We'll go ahead and have that be kind of a little bit centrally located. So that will get the fish into there. And then we need 3 more garum works. That's going to... We might need more stuff for that. But we'll go ahead and put that here. The area effect of that is a plus... I see. So that is giving me +1 in income, but -2 in happiness. So if we keep this out of town, it won't have an impact on the happiness. So I want to come back here and rethink some of these things. We're going to move this out of town too then. We'll put it over here. That should be making happiness a bit better. This one, porridge stand. What impact does that have? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. This one has fire safety going down 2. What is that? The weaponsmith. But it has income going up. Okay, so that can go in here then. We'll get it over here because we've got the fire safety closer to this. We're just trying to get this a little bit better optimized. Island belief is really good. Island health is down. Happiness is exceptionally high right now. Yeah, I want to make sure that everything in town... Here's a bakery, which has -2 to fire safety. Oh, look at this. Here's our festival. We're having quite the festival there. Very nice. We'll keep that there. We'll move the bakery out. And we'll put the bakery down here, too. Can we get it on the water? No, I wish we could get it there. And it doesn't quite fit in here. I guess we'll put it here. Just trying to keep things by the firehouse. What do you want now? A request from the Emperor. 5,000? Fine. I mean, our surplus has gone down. I suppose... you know what? That's... So when we have the weaponsmith in town, it is increasing the income considerably better because it's hitting a lot more of those buildings. We'll do the same thing with the bakery. The bakery will get a lot more of these buildings over here too. It doesn't quite fit here. Bummer. It would fit here in the corner or in there, but I want to keep that there. Let's come back out here again. And I guess we'll put it over here. That's going to get the income up. And then let's get this. That is not going to do a difference. The garum works will. Put that there. That's 144. And we'll move this one closer too. But again, we're having a hit on happiness as we do that. We're getting more money though, so that is what we really care about, right? Okay, so interest or knowledge is going up. How are we doing on here? What do we need for this? We need 33 more plebeians, and we can upgrade a few of these homes. That's going to take out a little bit of our workforce, but not much. There, we're going to stop there. New options available. Awesome. So now we can do sandals, right? Sandals and soap. What do we need for those? We need pigs, which we can do here just fine, and salt. And then a tannery. Okay. Pigs require just regular workers. Soap is going to need pigs, and then we're also going to need lavender, which we can do here, and then we can render it. Okay, so we can do both of these production chains just fine. Of course, we're going to need more workers for this production, but that's okay. We can get more workers pretty easily. We are going to put a road here. Yeah, put a road here to get around these ruins. And I think what we'll do to kind of like preserve the ruins, or like the idea of the ruins, is just build roads around them a bit. And then we can get the houses in here. Okay, so that will be that. And then we'll come in here. We need a pig farm. Nobody wants to live by the pig farm, so we'll put that over here. We'll put it up here, maybe. Let's get a road so that we can see how far the warehouse extends. We can put that here. We'll get the pig farm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we'll get one more salt pond out here too. Of course, all of that is going to take more workers. That took plebeians though. So those two things are working, and then the tannery will take plebeians as well. That's going to take happiness down, but it should be fine here. And that should get all of that going. And then we can get the sandal maker, which will have area impact of income. The sandal maker can go right in town and have a nice boost here. And that'll be a good one to have on the corner. Move some of the, or like on the angle road, move these homes a little bit more to the outside of town, or like to the edge of town. And then we can fit whatever we can inside here. Like right now, we can fit the sandals along there. And then if we come into ornaments to get a little bit of decoration in here, horticulture displays. Yeah, just get a couple trees there. Nice basic thing there. I don't know. It's a nice little thing to do there. It'll add a little happiness, perhaps. What do they do? No. I mean, that goes into beauty. And other ones, prestige, probably. Yep. Prestige is plus 23. Let's come in here. Stretchers and buildings. We can get a fountain out here. That costs money, but it will add nice stuff there. Commemorative arch. I don't think that can go over our road. Oh, it can. Oh, that is cool. We're going to put it here. We'll put it there. Commemorative arch. Entering. Oh, an opulent arch would have been cooler. But then we'll also get... I'm having fun with all of this. Community statue. No, what is this? Walls and hedges. Ooh. A colonnade. Roman gateway. No. Dry stone wall. Oh, this would be so cool out by the farms. Yeah, I mean, now we're just really decorating this. But I feel like that like really adds to the feel of these farms. Yeah, it's going to take out some of the trees. I don't want to do that. But you can see that there is quite a bit of like fun that you can have with some of the decorations in here. A fire pit, brazier, elevated brazier, pillar brazier. Let's do that. Right outside my home. We'll line these with stout trees too. No, let's do that with not pines, cypress, yeah. There we go. It's a nice little entrance. And that, like I said, that adds to island prestige significantly. Okay, that's good. Now, what were we working at? We were working on the build. We were working on sandals. I think I built that already, yep. So we should be providing sandals now to the plebeians. They're not quite getting them yet. We don't have the leather here yet. Yeah, we need the leather to get delivered yet. Okay, so sand ores are now being made, which is very good to see. And now we can work on soap. Soap, again, we need another pig farm. So we're going to go ahead and put that here. And we can get the pig sties in here. Just kind of mirror what we have next door. So that'll be the pig farm. And then we want to do a renderer. That can go over here. That adds to fire safety. So actually, you know what? Let's move that closer to a firehouse. Put that there. And market forces was discovered. Very good. So now that extends the effect of the markets. The watchtowers increase happiness nearby. That would be good. Night watch would increase the patrols. Military, I don't think we really need that yet. I think what I want to do, trading post can add more ramps. I think the only thing we'll do for now, I want to get to wells, because that'll be a much smaller thing that we can do to improve things. We'll go ahead and research quarter mastery then. And in the meantime, how are we? We're fine on charcoal. So we'll go ahead and get a lavender field built. And we've got that there. I want to know, can I just put this over here? I think we could. This road can come right over here. And that's close enough to the warehouse. So we can go ahead and get this here. We'll put it over on this side. And that needs 180. That can go like right here. There we go. Yeah, so that'll produce lavender. And then all we're going to need is the soap maker, which reduces happiness, but it increases health. So what I think we'll do is we'll go ahead and have that be in our main town here, because that will impact the health of the island significantly. Happiness, we're in the middle of a festival, so I'm a little concerned that we're going to lose happiness in a little bit. Yes, I have done some aesthetics. What do you want me to do now? Nothing. Okay. So the lavender farm takes a long time to grow. And so what I think I'm going to do is get another one and put it back in here. Bring this all the way over like that and get as much as we can in here. Although that's going to make us lose some of the water. Unfortunately, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to come like that. Yeah, I think that'll be fine there. That'll double our lavender production, which should help with the other things. So like lavender is taking 2 minutes to process. The soap takes 1 minute. So having 2 of those should get the soap operating at full capacity. All of these should be fine. We actually don't need the 2 pigs that we have. Yeah, everything else in the production line should be good. Look at that. We unlocked these now. So now we have amphorae, an elegant neck and richly decorated terracotta to show off your wealth and your wine. Very good. And olive oil. Okay, so this one we need clay and resin, which we do not have on this island. And olive fertility. We have to go to another island. So this one doesn't have it. This one does not have it. This one does not have it. We are going to have to buy it, I think. Okay, so then what we want to do, we're going to come back in here, construction, harbor. We can build these things now. What do we need to do? Progress in the journey. Okay, so first of all, we have to send the ship over here to do some of these quests. And we also need one more garum work. I bet that's what we need to do before we can get the harbor built. So we want one more garum works, and that decreases happiness. We can't afford to decrease happiness much farther. So we're going to go ahead and bring that over here. Actually, we'll put it out here. I think this is a warehouse, right? Yeah. Okay, so we want this over here. And that should be fine. That gives us our third of these things, and then we have to ship 5 tons from the trading post. All right, and where is my ship? You're over here. Very good. And what do we need to do with this? Quest target. Pick her up, yes. Where do you need to go? You have brought them along. Now where do I need to go? Deliver them to Villa Augusta. All right. Quarter mastery was discovered. Let's come back in here, and I want the wells next. Very good. And we need to select on the sick husband again. Okay, still nothing is happening with that. All right, so then we are going to deliver here. Are you coming here? You're not here yet. Okay, well, you're going across some nice stuff to show more things or like discover more stuff for me. I want to go to the province map. So do you have... No, you offer sardines and amphor. I mean, we can buy them there. Suppose that's one way we could do it. This one has resin. None of them have olive. So there must be... I need to settle over here. We'll have to figure out what we need for that. All right, so we delivered the drapes and they decorated this. Very nice. Okay, so now, can we have our ship back? Good. That has to be used for trade. But first, I want to come to this island, and I want to see what resources I need to send over here to settle over here first. Where is our ship? Over there. So it shouldn't take very long to get here. And then we're going to need to go out looking for more olives, or for some olives at some point too. Okay, what are you going to tell me that I need to do? What do we need for this? We need... Settling islands is not possible. What? Fine. Okay, we'll go over there. And there's a letter for me here. Okay. Yeah, very nice. All right, so over in here, we are going to load up 5 garum, which we should have plenty of. Yep, we've got plenty of that. And then we'll go deliver it. You're happy. Have we built everything we need for you? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're working on these things now, which we can't build. Okay, we're coming over here and trading. Transfer goods. We are going to take 5 of these. And that is it. And you can come to... Who am I taking these to? Lucius. I believe that is over here. Yeah, that's where the Emperor is. So we're going to... Yes, okay. We're going to deliver it over here, and then hopefully we can get some other stuff going on. We could be trading over here, though. You offer sardines. Oats? You want oats and clay, which we can't really do much of. Okay, let's come in here. Hand over the garum. Yes. There we go. Now they need tiles? Is that what we need? Yeah. 20 tiles. Fine. I wish you had told me that you needed the tiles before I sent the ship with the garum, though, because then we could have just done it all at once, but that's all right. Yeah, and we're not going to be able to upgrade these until we get that supply. I've decided to build another tavern just to try to get a little bit more of a boost in happiness. Though we don't really have many places where we can fit it. We could put one over here, I guess. But our happiness was -3. Okay, -2 now. Not a significant difference. And in fact, now it's going down further. The festival is going to end, and that's going to have a pretty significant impact on our happiness. And it is what it's going to be. The taverns are going to provide some, but not a lot. We could get maybe another luxury thing. That's this one here, the Pilius. We need sheep for that. They're going to produce wool. How is our wool stock right now? Sheep, yeah, okay. We'll get another one of these in town then. Or get it over here. That doesn't quite fit in that spot. It does fit here, though. Yeah, I think we'll put it here. So that should help happiness a little bit as well. Okay, so this is over here. We need to get 20 tiles. Very good. And go back over there. Happiness is still -6. We're losing a lot from the garum. But we can't afford to move it out of town. We're going to have to keep it the way it is. Health is pretty good right now, too. Okay, so we delivered the tiles, and they got this built here, and that was birthday present, but now they're looking for their daughter. Last seen over here partying. Seems about right. We'll go ahead and go look for her and see what we find. Oh, wrong button there. We get that speed up, and then hopefully we get through that quest pretty quick. Okay, so some people showed up, and I ended up hiring a specialist, which we can put in here, I believe. Specialists. Where are they? Specialist slot. Okay, so we can have Brutus, which increases the effect there a tiny bit. And, okay. That's too bad. I was hoping to fit more, like have a bigger impact from that. I think what we'll do is we'll come in here and see. Can we get one of these now? Yeah. So I want this in town. Preferably. It has to be far enough away from that. Okay, so I guess we'll put it... So if we have it, I want it... We'll put it here. And what we're going to do then is we'll get a specialist in here. She's going to lower the workforce needed for any building in operation there. What I want to do is have him leave here. And instead we'll put her in here for now. And then we'll put the other guy here. And that he will increase the workforce from those places. Oh, we're losing money. Not a good thing to see. Okay, so but we discovered this? What is this? These must be pirates. Look at how red they are. And that will be fine. Where is our boat? Over here. Are you ready to pick up the lady? Find her ship. They went this way. Okay. Beautiful. We're probably going to go to have a fight, though. I think that is likely to happen. Yeah, I'd say these people are gearing up to fight. That can shoot out this way, I believe. So I think that we should be safe coming over to this spot where the quest target is. Where is our ship, though? It's on the way. Oh, that's on the other side of the island? Okay, well then, you're over here. Very good. Stay away from the island. Don't go through anything. Let's see how this goes. We don't want to get too close, but we should be fine. I don't know what the range is. Yeah, actually, stay out of that range. Continue over here. Okay, quest target. Interaction required. Yes. Talk. Okay, so first of all, these are slavers, and that's kind of why they're bad. But then in here, we had an interaction with Diana, and basically, she doesn't get along with her parents, and she is going to go confront them at the party. I had an option to tell them whether or not I wanted them to, but I said yes. Go ahead. And also... little bit of tidbit with that husband that was not showing up. He is dead. Apparently he died at the wedding, and they married the character to her anyway. So that's fun. And now we've got some family drama to deal with in here. Okay, yeah, so the governor, the person died, the dad, and so now there's some more drama. We have to pull people together to get more, get some mourners in there. But in the meantime, I want to come around and get a few things on, like we've moved on. We can get some other stuff done. Let's go ahead and do warehouse upgrades. And yeah, see, I need mourners, but how? I'm not quite sure how I can attract them. Julia needs space to mourn them. Best keep busy in Juliana. That is here. I believe in Juliana, right? No, that is my town. Okay. Best keep busy here. Sure, I will keep busy in my town for a little bit. What do we need here? We are, like, in good shape. We're waiting to get more things provided to us. We could build another palisade, I suppose. I wonder if we can fit a palisade around here. Come in here, not city wall. Well, I guess we could build... yeah, we could build the wells. And the wells are nice and small. We can fit them, like, there. That's going to get some fire safety up. Yep, look at that. If we get another one, maybe out here. And then get another one here. So the wells are going to be a big boon to our fire safety. This is really good. There we go. We've got positive fire safety, though. Nope. A fire has started. Okay. And, of course, that lowers the... Where is it? And a riot? What? People are mad. Okay. Well, the City Watch. Let's go ahead and build one of those. That will get happiness up. Look at that. That should fix that. Here is a fire, and that we're having a shortage of workforce because of that. What I did want is to come in here and maybe see if we could get another palisade here. No, I don't like the look of that. So we'll leave that out. I think we will get a barracks, though. Put that over here. And then that will give us a little bit of military. And we do have a little bit of, like, this fire is a little bit concerning. Hopefully they get it taken care of pretty quick. We'll just, you know, imagine that it's being taken care of. How are we attracting the people? We need 100. Why is that going up? Okay, yes, I understand that warning. Thank you very much. I don't know if we have to get more people or, like, what we need to do with that, but I think maybe we'll build another well. Just to, although that fire is taken care of and getting repaired. That should be fine. And the workforce should get rebuilt. It's the market that is impacting all of this. So that should go pretty quick and get things back to normal, I would think. Fire safety hopefully improves. Not quite sure why it is negative. Because we have, I feel like I see more positive, but maybe not. It's the palisade that is making a big impact on that. Perhaps. Or is it the weaponsmith? Where is the weaponsmith? Weaponsmith is up here. No, that's the City Watch. Here it is. Okay, so this... If we go to relocate this... It's going to lower our income. But it will get us the island fire safety improved quite a bit by that. The well can do a little bit too. If we get another well in, let's get one here. And I believe we've got one over there already. Got one there. Just trying to make sure that everywhere is covered. I wish we could get one right there. That would be a great spot for one. Maybe we'll get one down. Oh, we've got one there. Just trying to make sure we get one, like, everywhere we can. How much do those cost in maintenance? 3. That's not too bad. And this market is back up and running, so that should help get that income back up. Fire safety, again, is not too bad. The wells are making a big difference there. And we could get one more over here, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so again, our income is just a little too low. I'm wondering if I were to put another market in, do we have any homes that are not covered? There's just 2 there, yeah. So no, the market is not going to make a big difference. I guess we could put one down here. That increases the population by 1 and income a little bit. We could get one. I mean, that's not going to have a big enough impact to overcome the 10. Okay. In that case, let's see what harbor stuff we can do. The rope production chain, we need hemp, and then we can do rope. We're going to try to get a little bit more production going. The hemp is going to need farmers, and then we need plebeians for that. And again, it's here that we're just a little short. We're short on sardines. Okay, let's get more sardines going. Get one more in here. Look at that. We can fit that in here. So that is going to still have a worker shortage, but it should help us get the sardine shortage. Yeah, low supply. Let's see if that improves things. Okay, warehouse organization is done. We can't do this because we don't have 5 concrete. And we can't do that one yet. We can get the depot, though. Let's do that. So what did this give us? The unlocks the warehouse upgrade. I don't think any of our warehouses are overwhelmed yet. Yeah, this should be okay. The carts are busy, but not too bad. This did not get rebuilt yet. Oh, I did not mean to upgrade that. It can't be upgraded yet. Anyway, we're still getting the sardines. But that is improving. So we should see this balance out again soon. You know what? In the meantime, we're just going to come in here and get more houses. We'll just put them here. And actually, we'll come in here and I want some more along the wall here. I wish we could get another road in here. I guess we could. Bring these along here. And bring that along like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so now Lady Julia will see us again. So let's go ahead and send the ship over here. And back in here, we are continuing to get better. We've got the workforce surplus now again. And we were going to work on sales. Back here in the harbor, we want ropes. Okay, we're going to get another hemp chain going, I think. Do we need it, though? This is our trading post. Hemp, yeah, we don't have enough hemp. Let's get a hemp farm out here. Actually, where do we have open space? We'll go ahead and put it here. I think we'll fit that in here. Bring it all along like this. There we are. So that will give us more hemp, and then we can get a rope master. Actually, let's get 2 hemp farms in here. And once again, I don't want to take out those trees if I can avoid it. We'll let some come out, but not too much. Well, all right, I guess I can't avoid all of it. We'll just have the hemp go that far, and maybe fill that spot too really quick. And then bring this down like that. Okay, and then we need more sheep. How are we doing on sheep then? Here's a warehouse. Hemp is going to go up. Sheep is actually pretty stable. We'll get one more sheep farm going. And I want to know, can I fit it? Do we have, first of all, do we have any mountain slopes over here? No. Okay. So that should be fine. We can come in here and we'll get a sheep farm. Let's see, can we fit a road back here? We can, look at that. And then we can fit a sheep farm up here. Does that reach it to the warehouse? It does. Yeah, sure, we'll go like that. That will get sheep going, and then we can get a sail master. And we'll just put that over here. So now we're producing sails. And like all of that should generate more income as well. And then let's just go ahead and upgrade any more homes in here that made sense to upgrade there. And that'll just increase our income a tiny bit. Now, continuing with my story of here. Okay, so they have requested that we collect the body here. We have to get closer, it seems. And get the body, sure. We've got the body there, and now we need to go to the pier near the amphitheater. We have a pier over here? This is our island. Okay, yeah. Look at that. We've got an amphitheater over here. I feel like I want to build more roads this way. We'll keep the ruins intact like we've done before. We'll bring that here. And it looks like the road came up this way. And then came down here. We'll just bring it along like that. Yeah, and go all the way around the amphitheater. Yeah, that's going to be really nice there. Okay, so we're here. Yes, I want to transport the body here. What do you want me to do? Yes, okay. Sure. Quest target. Yes, use fuel there. Interaction required. I did that. Okay, lighting we need to build 5 flower ornaments and 5 statue ornaments. Well, let's put that here. Okay, so statue. Let's do Celtic Mount. No, I don't want that. We'll do this here. We'll do him in the front, and then we'll do one of those there, and then we'll have the wife on this side, and then the daughter back here, and the son there. So that's our 5. And then it wants flowers too. So then we'll come in here and we'll get flower beds in front of those. Plant an olive tree over here. 2 of those, yeah, okay. It just wants more flowers. So we'll do that. And then I want ground patterns. Yeah, we'll put flagstone all in here. Into that plaza, which will be like the commemorative spot for him. Okay, so now we need to select the pleasure barge. Yes. Let's do the pyre. Okay, so the fire is burning and we're just waiting. Okay, return to Villa Augusta to hear the news from the capital. Okay, let's all go back there. In the meantime, I'm pretty pleased with... Where did that thing go? Out here. The little plaza that we built here. We're going to bring a road along this way, though, just to make sure we get that nice. And I want to come back, and now that I have discovered the ground patterns, we're going to get a nice plaza out here, too. Just get that in front of, actually, the whole island, perhaps. Maybe just in there. A nice plaza that I have in there then. Okay, anyway. That is going slow. They're moving across there. So then I'll keep working on this. We'll get some more flowers or statues in here. Yeah, we'll have this here. Like that. And then we'll get some flowers in here. Oh, that's natural foliage. Nice. Actually, let's just put flowers all the way around that. I wish this would let me plant them outside. I want not the olive trees. I want the oats here. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're a little out of place, but I like it. And then we'll get another set of braziers in here. Or maybe get 2 in there. Okay, but those are going to set the trees on fire, I'm sure. Not for real, but I don't know. It makes it look nice, and I like that. Island prestige is pretty high, which is nice. Okay, we're ready to click. Okay, so the new emperor is coming and is going to be taking everything that we have. So And also exiling us to a different region, Albion. So in the meantime, we need to build a ship because otherwise we can't do anything. And we already built the ropes. Let's go ahead and get a depot out here. Nice. Oh, no, let's queue up the shipyard here. And we'll put the depot over here. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and start building. What do we need to build for that then? We need to build a pentaconter, which is... which one? I have to discover stuff first, I guess. But, okay, let's present the flagship over here. We have to give them the flagship. Sure. And let's come back over here. Build a pentaconter. Civilian, I guess that must be this. I mean, it's the only one that we can build. We need one more rope, though. So we're coming over here, and then we're going to get... Okay, that's all fine. Fine. Oh, you gave me some money. That's great. I like money. Hi, it's taking a long time to build the rope. We do have a rope builder, right? I mean, I could have sworn we built one, but let's double check that then. Rope. Did we only end up building the hemp? Maybe we did only build... Do we have any on here? I mean, we have to. Otherwise, where would it be making... No, we don't. Okay, well, let's put the rope over here. I guess we weren't making rope somehow. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's come back in here, and yep, the flagship should be over here now. We can go ahead and click on this and say yes. Take my flagship. And there's a letter for me. Yep, I'm being sent to Albion once we build a ship. Skip that. Okay, now another letter. Okay. And then we should have the rope now that we can do this. Nope, not yet. And there's a worker shortage. Let's go ahead and build a little bit more in here. We're going to get just a small group here. And then we'll build a road back in here. And maybe like that, I guess. And then come in here and just kind of decorate this a tiny bit. Some shrubs. Could get a well here, actually. That would be good. Wells are always welcome. Ha 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 ha. Oh, no, it doesn't fit. Bummer. Okay, well, then we'll just do some more decorations. Just some trees in here and stuff like that, though. Kind of adding a little bit to the prestige. And we should have the rope now. We can come in and we can build this. Maybe the Legio would have been better. Those we have to research other things. Collect an elephant using your newly built ship. Okay, we'll go get an elephant. And then we'll take that. Okay. Okay, and we have to get some timber really quick too, actually. Cargo, we can fit some more cargo in there. Come back over here, and then we have to bring the elephant over here for some reason. But I'm pretty sure that once we go to Albion, we will officially be in part 2 of the campaign, which will be where I have to stop, unfortunately, based on the based on what I can show you right now. Okay, so I stocked up with 50 timber and 50 tiles because I figure those are good construction materials to have to get us started. And we can go from there. But again, I won't be able to show you part 2 yet, so that will be a bummer. But yeah, anyway. All right, and it says Journey to World's End. Yep. All right, so that is actually all I can show you. So I'm looking forward to doing more Anno, but I hope that you have watched this whole thing and have gotten the watch time up so that it makes it clear that people want to see this and can move forward. So hopefully we will get to do a lot more Anno in the future. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.